Hello, beautiful women, and welcome to Birthing My Being. This will be a message for the woman who is starting over. Maybe you're at a place in life right now where you feel like you are creating a brand new chapter. Maybe you are going through a really big move or a really big life transition. Maybe you've just left behind a job, an identity, a relationship, a close friendship. Like there's something that has ended in your life, and now you feel like you are literally starting from the ground up. And you're in this place where it can feel definitely scary because all that was familiar, all that was known, all that was like your safety, your security, you can no longer access that. And so it can feel like you're afraid, or you might be wondering, how do I create the new way forward? And really, who am I now? And so will be a message for you. I'm going to offer you a reading here. I'm going to be working with Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle and also the Inner Temple Oracle. And this is just to support you on your path. I always encourage you to tune into your body and see what lands for you, see what resonates, and this just hopefully can serve as a time for you to be supported in this season of starting over and be witnessed in your bravery of beginning again, because it takes courage, it takes energy, and you deserve to be supported during this new cycle, no matter how far you are in the starting over process, or maybe you just had the epiphany that you needed to start over. um oh my gosh, okay, this is already so perfect. And so I just welcome you in. I welcome you to this space. I welcome you to a time where you are seen, you are acknowledged, and you are supported on this journey. And knowing that it's okay to begin again, it's okay to start over again. So, first card that came through, which just could not be more perfect for you right now, I feel, is the second bloom. And this is really the card of a second chance. This is literally what it says on the card. It's never too late, new possibilities. So this is the energy of, oh, you thought you were done, but surprise, life has more in store for you. You thought this was your person, but surprise, life has something new waiting for you. You know, you thought that you really reached the peak of your career, or you hit this accomplishment or this achievement, and then you walked away, and now life is like, surprise, it's never too late, you're beginning again. This is actually your second bloom. What you thought that you thought maybe you created was the end all be all, yet deep inside you knew that, like, maybe you knew deep down that whatever it was that you had, that you created, it wasn't the most optimal, sustainable, or like soul nourishment that is actually available for you. And so this, I feel like, is confirmation that your choice to begin again, your choice to start over, your choice to get back on the horse and get up and go after something, or choose to love again, or choose to just be alive and be seen. Like, this is confirmation that there are new possibilities that are waiting for you. And it hopefully can also feel like you're given grace right now. You are being literally nourished and supported. And you think about, like, when a rose blooms and how beautiful it is, how it just is mesmerizing, and then you think, okay, maybe that part of the flower, it dies or it drips away or the petals release, and then it blooms again. And there's this beauty in that. There's this beauty in life's journey of saying, we're going to bring life again. We're going to bring you back to life. We know how to do this. Nature knows how to do this. So remember that and be supported and really receive that. Next, we have Brothers of the Rose. This is this card of the sacred masculine. This can also just symbolize like divine masculine protection, support. So maybe this is sort of a speaking to you right now, like maybe there is someone in your life, whether that's a trusted friend or a partner, or even just someone that you really feel like embodies the qualities of the sacred masculine. Maybe this is a sign that someone is coming into your life who is going to be a grounding, stabilizing, supportive force for you. And this could also be a call to really activate that like protective spirit within you right now. Like maybe as you are moving through this new beginning, you might be feeling really vulnerable, you might be feeling really scared, you might be like wondering, is there life for me? What am I going to do next? How am I going to even get myself back on my feet? This, I feel like, is just this invitation for you to connect to that divine protection that life wants you to lean into. This is sort of this feeling that like, hey, you're held here, you're supported, you're gonna be strengthened on this path, and finding what feels stabilizing for you during this time. It can feel really scary to start again. It can feel overwhelming. It can feel like you're in your mind. And so what rituals or routines can you set up for yourself so that you feel really held and that you feel really like structured? Because with any new beginning, there's so much newness, right? There's so much like blank slate, and that can be sometimes paralyzing or put us into a freeze response. So how can you give your body an opportunity to say, okay, I'm here for you. I'm going to give you a 10-minute walk every day. I'm going to give you 10 minutes of yoga or 10 minutes before bed to just wind down and be with me. And it's actually those routines that you can put in place for yourself that can really hold you during this time of starting over. Next, we have the card Whispers of Mother Earth. I love this card. I feel like this is one of the absolute most magical little messages to receive in a reading, because normally this means someone here who is listening and tuning into this is deeply creative, and maybe you have been sitting with visions for yourself for a while. Maybe that's part of your starting over. Maybe part of you is being rebirthed right now because you're saying, my creativity needed more room, or my voice needed more room. This is the card of being a channel, being an artist, being a writer or a speaker. Maybe you're a musician. This is a time where you might be receiving like inspiration. You might be receiving these visions for your life, even if they aren't fully here right now. But that's why it's like this subtle whisper. And the more that we can just tune into that subtlety of, what is life speaking to me? Is it saying to call this person, reach out to this person? Maybe even just carving out time for you to be completely creative right now. You're starting over. You're in this blank slate. And we really can sometimes want to go back to the familiar whenever we are starting over, because that's what we know. That's what the body's used to. That's what the brain remembers. That's what your nervous system wants to feel, in that sense of safety. And so that's why you're going to do the beautiful big work of creating that sense of safety for yourself and receive support, receive that divine masculine energy that's going to come in right now and say, hey, I got you. Let's do this. I'm here for you. Let's support you. And this whispering card, I feel like, is someone here is going to be really getting new clarity on your path by, okay, wow. You're going to receive that clarity through the whispers. And so this could also be a call to, during this time, maybe tune out extra noise, extra stimulation that you just do not need. Maybe you are someone who has a gift that has been suppressed for some time, and now you're like, I'm starting my life over, and how can I give more room to this part of me? So let her have more room. Let her take up more space. Tuning into the inner temple now. This is an interesting... Okay, this is beautiful. I feel like this is bringing up more energy around the body. So we have the ceremony of life. And this, to me, feels like celebration. Like celebrating, hello, we are starting over. And sometimes that can be seen as so much shame or so much guilt that we can feel, because we're like, oh my God, I feel this emptiness. I feel like this person left my life, and I feel like I'm starting over completely, or I had 20 years in this career or this identity or this place that I lived, and now I have to start all over. there's a lot of loss that comes with that, right? There's this grief that can come with that. But this ceremony of life card is sort of like this rite of passage that I feel like you're being reminded of right now, of like, this is a rite of passage. Whatever has ended, even you in this ground zero moment and feeling like your world is completely being reorganized and restructured, how can you let yourself, even if it's like really just even listening to this reading, how can you allow yourself to feel some sense of celebration? Not the fake, like, oh, be happy, be glad, but no, like, I'm going to make this a ceremony, and I'm going to see this old version of me, and I'm going to light a candle for her. I'm going to take a bath for her. I'm going to do some journaling for her. I'm going to dance for her, this version of me that is no longer here, and I'm going to make this a ceremonial moment and see this as the birth of my new beginning. And when you remember that this is part of the ceremony of life, this is part of your rite of passage, your sacred transition into whatever is next, it doesn't feel as heavy, it doesn't feel as daunting. And you can actually be celebrated and witnessed in your vulnerability instead of just judged and feeling all this shame or confusion around not knowing what's next or not knowing what to do. Next, we have the misaligned and aligned card. And what side came up for you was actually the misaligned. And this isn't like, you're being misaligned, shame on you, rah, rah, rah. I really just feel like this is a call or an invitation to look at, or maybe you've gone through this exploration and that's why you're like, I'm starting over. I already cleared out what's not aligned. But this is just a call for you to say, what is not really aligned with your core self, your core essence, your core identity at this time? Because whatever it is, like as you're in this rebuilding process, this rebuilding journey, you have this opportunity to be connected, to be aligned to your authentic self, to be really anchored into your light and really being fully you. So why not seize this moment, this blank slate, this ceremony moment where you get to create and build the new? Why not really take this as an opportunity to get aligned with your authentic being, so that whatever you do create moving forward says you, says this is me, says this is who I am, and it's not another, manufactured or extension or expression of something that might not be fully you, that might feel a little fake or inauthentic, or like, don't know if I want to keep this because it doesn't really feel like me, it doesn't really sound like me. And we also have the life force card here that's coming up. And I think this is the answer if someone is asking the question of like, how do I do this, right? Like, how do I do this new beginning? How do I do this new start? We can get so up in our head and so in our minds sometimes about the details or like having it all together. And really, when a lot of us are starting over, we don't have that information yet because we've just made the big bold decision to say, I'm leaving something behind, I'm choosing a new beginning. And even if you have a sense or some sort of vision for where you want to be, the how is always the mystery. But the how is also the part that life, the universe, and the spirit knows how to fill in the blanks for you. And so as you ask this question, how do I do this? You get to stay connected to your creative life force. And I feel like that's how we get messages, that's how we get guidance, is by being in our body. When we're frozen, when we're disconnected from life, when we are shut down, when we are numbing out or overeating or not eating or not taking good care of ourselves and kind of just like scrolling and just dimming down our vital life force, you cannot create. You cannot be in your new beginning. You cannot be in the ceremony of life because we're sort of like just flat and disconnected. And so this is a call to really honor your life force at this time. What practices, again, what keeps you in motion? What keeps you moving? What makes you feel alive even as you are in this new blank slate? Remember that this is like about your second chance. This is the second bloom that you are entering. This is not, even if you feel like you're at ground zero right now because you've gone through this massive change, like there's so much that still remains that is you. Your core essence is still with you, right? That means that your true self. And I work a lot with the human design system, and that is an amazing way for you to get more guidance and clarity into how to really authentically create and craft the new way forward. And also staying connected to your body. So if you've never looked into your human design, I really encourage you to do that at this time, because it can provide a lot of guidance and just context. It could give you some sense of structure as you're building the new way forward. I do have some resources that I'll put in the description for you of this video. Look into your human design chart. What can keep you in your body? Check in. If you find yourself numbing out or distracting, or just like in this blah feeling, just remember, like, what makes me feel alive? What do I love? What is like my creative spark? What are the whispers of my soul at this time? And even if you feel and know nothing else, just find like what is going to feel appealing to your body, appealing to your senses, and give you that experience of like, there is a life to love here for me. There is a life that I have yet to create for myself. I'm so brave for being in this new beginning. I'm so brave for choosing to do this dance from misaligned energy into aligned energy. I'm really brave to choose myself. I'm really brave to honor myself and honor the call of my soul. And I know it's hard when we don't have the whole plan yet, and we're in the void, and we're like, I'm going through this huge change and it's disruptive and scary. And so that's why I will link some resources in this description for you. You can also check out the Birthing My Being app, where you can learn about your human design chart. You can also be in community and really learn how to move forward and create and really navigate seasons of transition and transformation. So I am sending you so much love as you navigate this new beginning, and I just hope that this has felt supportive for you as you are in your new start. Congratulations.